Good Monday morning, my beautiful friends. We've had so much going on this weekend. Let me share with you what we've been doing. So Saturday here, it was amazing. It was beautiful. Brock built a fire outside and we sat outside, and then we did it again yesterday because we just was like pretending like we were camping. Our property is very wooded and we stayed outside all day other than to come in to do some things that we were doing like canning. So yesterday was the first time I canned some beef. There it is. Now it was clear up to here, but it cooks down. So that was kind of shocking, but it looks amazing and it's gonna taste so good this winter. We did several cans of beef. I'm currently thawing out hamburger to can next. And I'm excited about that for tacos and spaghetti and all those things. It's gonna be such a time saver. It takes a lot of time to get it done, but it'll be worth it in the end. And then also we went to our friend Ralph and Janet's house and we picked some tomatoes. I canned several jars of fresh tomatoes. It's gonna be great for spaghetti sauce and all those good things. And then to thank them, I whipped them up. I grabbed a couple of zucchinis too from the garden. They knew we weren't stealing. They were there. Grabbed a couple of zucchinis and I made them a pan of zucchini nut bread as a thank you. So Ralph and Janet, if you're watching, this is coming to your house later. And of course I had to make us one, so there's a pan back here. Zucchini nut breads. Ours has chocolate chips in it. So that brings me to now. I'm getting ready to start canning again, but I had my oven on. I was thinking about breakfast and I thought about making some biscuits, and I thought, ooh, I haven't made pone bread. I haven't made pone bread for you, and I haven't made pone bread for a long time. So here's what we're gonna do. You have, the recipe calls for buttermilk. I don't have buttermilk. It's not something that I keep on hand. So I'm going to show you how to make your own buttermilk. So the recipe calls for 1.5 cups of milk or buttermilk. So we're going to do 1.5 tablespoons of vinegar to make the buttermilk. So we're going to put in 1. And this acidity is what will make the buttermilk. Since a lot of us, I don't keep buttermilk on hand. I don't know if you do. I do not. So we're gonna make our own. 1.5 tablespoons of buttermilk to whole milk. So 1 tablespoon per 1 cup is a guide. I'm gonna give this a little bit of a stir. And then what we're gonna do is it's gonna have to set. Now see, it's already starting to thicken up. If you don't want to use white vinegar, you can use fresh lemon juice. I don't have fresh lemons either. All right, we're gonna leave that set for 5 or 10 minutes. My oven is preheating to 375, and then we're gonna come back and make that pone bread. Brock built another fire, so maybe I could get him to fry some sausage or some bacon out there on that fire. Ooh-wee, he fried us a hamburger out on that open fire yesterday, and it was amazing. And then big fat garden tomatoes. That's eating good, folks. Be right back. Okay, so we're back. We gave that milk and vinegar mixture 10 minutes to do its thing. Now we're gonna make the pone bread. Now, I don't know about you all, but where I'm from, we have 1 skillet for bread, 1 skillet for cooking. We never cross the 2. They each have their own job. This is my bread skillet. My dad had given it to me, seasoned it, and gave it to me as a gift. So this forever is my biscuit, my cornbread, my pone bread, bread skillet. So it's just something we've always done. I don't know if you all do that, but here, that's how it goes because you don't want it to stick. So anyway, my oven is heated to 375. I'm gonna go ahead and get this. I've greased my pan, as you can see, the shine. You wanna grease it really good with whatever kind of grease you want. Bacon grease, lard, Crisco. It doesn't matter. The point is get it in there, get it rubbed around, and we're gonna put it in. We're gonna heat it up for 5 minutes. I'm gonna throw it in my oven. I'm gonna set a timer for 5 minutes. Okay, now while that's going, we will make our pone bread. It's so simple. Pone bread is kind of like a mix. It's a big fat biscuit. It's 1 biscuit. It's like if a biscuit and a baby and bread had a baby. What a combo. Okay, it's so super simple. Now, listen, If you want to make buttermilk and you don't have buttermilk, milk's going to work just fine. Regular milk, listen, it's going to turn out just fine. Now, it calls for 2 cups of self-rising flour. Now, I just want to show you, I always keep my self-rising flour, which I need to buy some more. I always keep it in a separate container from my regular flour. That way I don't mix the two up. So just a little tip for you. I'm going to move this off to the side. So inside my mixing bowl here, we've got our 2 cups of self-rising flour. Now, this isn't a sticky dough. This is a wet dough, kind of like a pancake batter. I don't know how else to describe it. So, we got 2 cups. We're just going to make a little well in the center. Now, you just need 1/4 a cup of grease, whatever kind you want. Lard, Crisco, butter, whatever you want. Now, listen, y'all, I love you, but this ain't no coconut oil time. No avocado oil time. This is hillbilly oil. Use your hillbilly oil. I don't know why I did that. Anyway, I'm using 1/4 a cup of butter with a little bit of bacon grease. Now, I've often thought about getting some lard and having on hand for baking. My mama used lard for everything. Baking, frying, everything. She might have even used it for a facial cream. I don't. She looked good. All right, let's just add that in there. And we're just going to stir it up. I just melted it in my... Look at this cute little bowl. I got this at the thrift store. I got 2 of them. Oh, I just love little dishes. I got to quit. I'm running out of places for them. My dream home would have a full basement, half root cellar, half dishes. I could just go down on racks, pick out what I want. Oh, I don't have a basement here. Listen, ooh, when the kids move out, I have to take their bedroom. Oh my goodness. All right, I just stirred that oil, butter, bacon grease in there. Now comes that buttermilk that I made. Like I said, if you don't want full with that, just use milk. It'll be all right. It'll all cook out in the end. It'll all taste delicious. Give it a stir. Like I said, this is not, see, it's wet. This is a wet batter. It's not a thick biscuit batter. Because it's not the same. I'm just going to try to get some of those lumps out, get it all incorporated together while my skillet is heating up. Looks like we've got 2 minutes. Now, this is something I like to do, and you don't have to. I like to add a little pinch of salt to mine, okay? I'm gonna scrape my spoon down here, get that off of my spoon so we don't have any lumps in our pone bread. Let me give it a little whisk with the fork. Break up that flour a little bit. I'm going to continue to stir this off camera, and I'm going to get my skillet out. I'll be right back. Now, I've given my skillet a minute to warm up here. It's on a trivet. I don't have it laying on my island here. You want to take that and you can whisk it and break that those bigger lumps down, or you can take a method of just taking the back of a fork and just going through and cutting it through. It's going to be chunky. Okay. Now every oven's different, so I'm going to set this for 15 minutes and then I'm going to keep checking it, and I will let you know the exact amount of time for my oven. I always like to start with 15 minutes and go from there. Pour that right in to our skillet. Get it, all that goodness in there. Now listen, I always put on my pot holder early so I don't forget to have it on before I put this back in the oven. You don't want to grab that hot skillet. There we go. To the oven. All right, we're gonna set the timer for 15. We'll go from there, and I'll be back to show you the final product. All right, friends, here we go. It's the moment of truth. 25 minutes in the oven for the pone bread. Now we're going to flip it out. Away! She did it. Look at that, friends. Wait, let me put this hot skillet over here. Now, while I was waiting on the pone bread to bake, I whipped this up some more salsa. This time I put pinto beans in it because we ate the other, and some jalapenos that Ralph gave us. Back to the pone bread. I'm going to cut it for you and let you see it. Because you know we got to try a bite. So I'm just going to cut a little piece here. Just so you can cut it any way you want. I'm just going to cut it in a little triangle here for you. It's hot. It's straight from the oven. I got a little plastic. I use on my non-stick pan over here. Friends, look at that. Look at that fluff. This is going to be good with some jelly, some gravy, whatever you want to slap on top of this. My God. Doesn't even need butter. It's so amazing. Listen, y'all, make you some pone bread. It's good with anything, everything. Not gonna lie to you. Best. I think once Maddie hasn't had this for years, and I think once she tries this, she doesn't want regular biscuits anymore. I'm telling you, make it. It's amazing. All right, friends, I gotta go. I gotta get my kitchen cleaned up. We're gonna can beef, so I'm about to have a mess. But I think first, I'm gonna have Brock fry little taters to go with this pone bread. All right, friends, thanks for stopping by. All my recipes, if you want the zucchini recipe, go back to my videos. It's there. That salsa recipe is also there. And now you have the pone bread. I'm telling you, listen, you will not regret this for one moment of your life. Trust me. Bye, friends. Friends, I wanted to show you what we did with that pone bread. Look at this. Brock fried up some sausage and taters out on the open fire. Maddie requested a little bit of bacon gravy. Now this is a super treat. What a wonderful breakfast. I'm going to go enjoy it with my family. Hope you have a great day.